Is your morning routine with your kids taking all the energy out of your day? Like by the time you leave the house, you are done. This video, I am going to help you get your kids started on a morning routine that they run on their own without as much involvement from you. So, hey, I am Joanne Crone. I'm the founder of No Guilt Mom, and our mission is to help you go from feeling like the martyr in your family to the role model, living that life that you want your kids to have in the future. And one of the things to make that happen is to make your kids more independent so that they are not solely reliant on you for everything that they do. To get more of these, please make sure to subscribe right there below to the No Guilt Mom channel. And we have a new video every single Wednesday for you, and make sure to put those notification bells on. Okay, you ready? I have 4 steps for you that are going to help you have a morning routine that is smooth, that your kids do on their own, and that leaves you calmer in the morning. Step number 1 is to sit down with your kids and visualize exactly what needs to happen to walk out the door in the morning. Do they need their shoes? Yes. Yes, the answer is yes on that one. Do they need their backpack packed? Do they need their lunch packed? What can they do before they go to bed at night? What can they do after later on when they wake up in the morning? Do they need their teeth brushed? Do they need to make sure they have clean clothes laid out? What does a good morning look like? To help you with this visualization, I actually have a free video for you that you could get at noguiltmom/kids-get-ready. I have a link for you below in the comments. Get it. It's for you and your kids. So you watch it along with your kids, and I have a little assignment for them to make this super, super easy. That's step number 1. Visualize. Number 2, once you've visualized it, you're going to make a list. You're going to list out all of those things from your visualization. So that is what we talked about before: the clothes, the backpack, the shoes, the socks, 2 socks, matching socks. I don't know if that's a problem in your house. It seems to be a problem in my house. And when you have that list, then you're going to start sorting with your kid. What can you do the night before versus what do you have to do in the morning? The goal is to make sure that you put as much on that night before list as possible. That is really the key to a good morning, because when you wake up, you don't want to make decisions. You don't want to have to find the clothes, digging through that laundry basket, pulling out the pieces of clean clothes, smelling the clothes. Are you that in the morning? We have that in my house as well. You want to make sure they're all there for you. So making these 2 lists is so important. And by making the lists, your kids are now going to have control over exactly what they need to do at night versus what they have to do in the morning. You could easily ask them before they ask for something at night, whether it's more screen time, that works really well in our house, whether it's dessert, whether it's to play a game with you. You ask the question, is your list done? And that's more of a reminder, not as a punishment, but that's a mental cue to them to be like, nope, not done yet, which you could then follow up with, hey, when your list is done, then we can get ice cream. Then we can play this game. Then we can read this book together. But having that list is important. Number 3, breakfast. Oh my gosh, is breakfast such an ordeal in your house as it is mine? I mean, you see all of these suggestions for healthy breakfast for kids on YouTube here, on Instagram. And you know what? My kids won't eat any of it. They won't eat any of it. What they will eat is foods that they like. And so every Sunday night, we have it in our routine. My husband goes grocery shopping. I make the list. My kids make the list too. My kids write down exactly what they want on that list. A few examples of what we use for breakfast in my house in the morning. It is not perfect. So we have this basket right here sitting on the counter. It always has bananas in it. Bananas are a go-to option for eating in the morning. We also have those little cornbread squares. This is what my daughter likes to eat every single morning. She loves them. In terms of the fridge right in here, my son is a huge fan of these Chobani flips. Again, we are not looking for perfection here. A lot of people would say that, yes, this has a lot of sugar. It's okay. At this point, it is more important for my kids to actually eat something because they tend to be a little picky, and I want food in their bodies. So that's an option. We have bagels in here with cream cheese. There's also eggs. Like I like poached eggs and my son likes them too. So sometimes if I have time, I will make those for him as well. So give your kids control over what they eat in the morning and have your kids be in control of putting it on that list. If you have younger kids, the first few times, they're gonna need some reminders for sure. But if you have older kids, I'm talking like third, fourth grade and above, they can do this. So have those list of breakfast items ready so kids can pull them out and there is no, Mom, I don't know what to eat for breakfast. You know those, right? I deal with those as well. Number 4, we've come to the morning of. This is when you can completely step back out of the process because your kids now have a list in front of them in their room, but you're gonna add something extra. I like to add something I call buffer time. Buffer time is 20 minutes before we have to leave the house, but also kids are completely ready to go. That means backpacks packed, everything like breakfast eaten, completely ready to walk out the door. If they're completely ready to walk out the door, they then get their buffer time. And what buffer time is anything your kids want to do. If they want to watch TV in the morning, go for it. If they want to play video games in the morning, go for it. If they want to just read books, go for it. They can do whatever they want to do with that time because they are completely ready to go. They have their list completely checked off and done. It is right there in their room in front of them. And so you allow them to have that. It also serves as a motivator because who doesn't want to watch some TV in the morning? And I would hurry through all of my stuff if I knew I had that built-in relaxation. So step number 5 is that buffer time, the morning of. Make sure kids know that they can have it, but they get their buffer time when the list is done. And that is it. 4 steps to have an easier morning routine with your kids. Now, remember that video that I have for you? It is right down there. It is going to get you started on this process. Remember, the best mom is a happy mom. Take care of you, and I will see you later.